Hey YouTube, this is Tom with GTB Digital Solutions. I wanted to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to do this live, so hopefully it goes well. But we wanted to talk about websites and for a local business, what is important about having a website other than people landing on it? So I'm going to do some live searches and we're going to look at some hopefully websites that perform really well with Google, and we may go a couple pages deep to see which ones are not and kind of compare and contrast to what Google's looking for, other than traditional things like SEO and that type of thing. So, just to start off here, we're just going to do a Google search for, let's try something random like dentist in, let's say, Louisville, Kentucky. So on Google, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that um, the map section, there's another video on that that covers that specifically. But we're going to look at down below in the organic, who's showing up well. So let's look first at the top result here. Take a look at that website. I'll point out some things that stand out to me other than SEO things. So the back end of this system is obviously coded well, but I wanted to see what options do they have. So I know that from analytics that the average time somebody spends on a website is something around 7 seconds. And that's going to average out those people that immediately click away because the website's not loading quick enough, it's not user friendly, things like that. So I I really like this website. It gives various options for actual engagement. It's not just a brochure online. You're going to see that if somebody's on their phone, they can easily click to call. They are going to have some interaction buttons to either pay your bill, it looks like here, and or schedule an appointment. So I'm just going to test this function out and see what it actually does. So this is just a simple web form, so nothing special here, but it is going to allow them to get that information from people if it's outside normal business hours, or that person is just more, one of the majority that now want to interact online for their first contact with a business. Um, so those are the main things that I'm going to be looking at on a website. Did it load quickly? Yes. Google's going to score that as well. Can I interact online? Yes, in a limited way. Can I, if I'm an existing patient of these guys, can I come back to them and pay a bill online? Yes. Am I going to find out all the information I need about the business? Yes. So those are the main things. Some other things to note: if you're wanting to engage with people, are things like video are going to be huge. One of the main reasons that I've started this YouTube channel. All right, so let's go back and let's see just who else. I assume that all these top ones are going to have similar features. All right, so we got make an appointment, click to call, Google reviews, all engaging things at the top. They don't look like they have a client portal to log in, but they do have payment options here. So it's just, you can't really do it online, but it at least tells you what your options are for paying. So let's test out this engagement button. The call to action is to schedule an appointment. Looks like they're using some software. So that's probably preferable than the one I saw before. New patient. So we'll say that I'm a new patient exam. I just want to see how this works. All right, first available. Let's say preferred days. Say Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday morning. Let's say Wednesday afternoon. Next, it's going to take my information. It's going to fill it in and send it over to that client. So this is what we call like probably offsite software. It's probably not that company software, but it's a company they engage with that sends them over that information so they can enter into their local CRM or practice management type software. All right, so we've looked at a couple of the good ones here. We looked at a random town, random industry. Let's go and see who's maybe not doing so well. So we're just going to skip to page 3. So as in my other videos, I've pointed out, very few people are going to go to page 3. So Sorry about that. Let's try to reload. Nothing ever goes smoothly, does it? We'll just go to next. All right, so let's look at kind of middle of page 2 instead, since page 3 doesn't want to load. So we're looking at Schultz Dental. Okay, so their website is down. Let's try St. Helens Dental Arts. All right, so they have some of the same types of services. This is going to be a little bit less personalized. Looks a little bit more cookie cutter. Maybe a Haibu website, which has the general features here. It's not going to be very personalized. It's not going to be an appointment. It's going to request a service, which doesn't really make sense for dental, but let's test it out. It's going to be an email form, I'm sure. Yeah, pretty basic here. It's not going to allow you to ask for any specific times. Just a way, it's essentially just sending a form. So no surprise there with a cookie cutter website. It's probably not going to do very well performing with Google. It does kind of meet the basic criteria of at least having some options to engage online. This one doesn't look too bad. So maybe the difference here is, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Are you current patient? It's not really asking for much there. If I send something out like this, I'm probably, guessing that I might get reached back out to or not. But it's not going to make me feel like I've really engaged with somebody. It's basically like sending a postcard in the mail, hope for the best, but it's not giving me anything specific that I can do as far as requesting, hey, next week I want to come in on a Wednesday, reach back out to me with that in mind, or respond to me, or even better yet, actually allow me to schedule the appointment. So those are the main features. I think I pretty much accomplished what I was looking to show you guys what I'm looking for in a website, but let's see if it'll let me go to page 3 here. All of these looked pretty much the same. I might have picked a category where the default is a little bit higher expectation in the dental industry, to where none of these actually look really bad. It's just a lot of competition, and some are doing it way better than others. But none of these look like really old websites. This one, I'll say this brought up something that's important, that you really need to have a secure website in 2022. Google's really going to push you there. So, the actual website here is not so bad, but it's still on page 3. And a big part of that's probably because it's not on a secure server. They're really going to hit that hard on their algorithm. Let's try a different one that maybe has a little bit more variety of good and bad. So I'm going to try, say, roofing contractor, and let's stick with Louisville for now. All right, so once you get past the ads there, we got the first. So we got, there's our independent roofing contractor here. So this is the first one that's an actual website. The others are only the directory sites. So, oh, that's a directory site too. It confused it. Tricked me. Here we go. Christian Brothers Roofing. All right, so Lulu's gonna be a little bit different here. They want to have it front and center, get an estimate, send your information over to them. They want to make it as quick as possible. They know that people aren't really all that interested in finding a contact us page or searching through how to contact them on here, so they're putting it front and center to get an estimate. Again, the click to call, if people want to call. Still, I prefer, the request a free estimate or quote in this type of industry versus request a service, or one that we saw earlier on the dental site for the Haibu site. We also have something else here. It says get started. So really, they're trying to hit those areas where people want to engage online, but really it's just a form there. It's not really an engaging thing there. So not bad. They have a really good job with their SEO. So I'm going to skip past the other ones here and just go again to one of the ones that's not doing so well or not being found on Google. We'll go to page 3. Page 2 is probably good enough for this, but let's take a look here at. All right, so we got a little bit of older school website here. You have a non-clickable telephone number. So if you're on your smartphone like I am here on here, you're not going to be able to just click that phone number and call, which is a huge negative. I'm probably gone at that point. You do have the generalized form fill here. I thought I was going to find one that was a little bit more engaging. So I'm just going to switch this over and I'm going to do a little search here for one of the websites that my company has helped to build out for people, and just kind of compare and contrast what we're looking at with an old school website with limited engagement online and one that is a little bit more high tech there. So we're looking at roofing contractor, and I'll just use our copyright script. And let's see what we find here. So what I prefer to see on a website, and I apologize, I'm pulling these in real time. So you have these kind of buttons that are, hey, schedule now. So this will be a little bit different than what we saw on the other one. So get a free estimate, call. They offer financing, various things that people can quickly engage with. So we'll look at the schedule now and just see what types of scheduling options they offer. So here we go. So they're doing pretty specific. So gutter repairs. We'll just do, say, gutter repairs for right now. So Tyler, I assume that's either the guy that does the work or the guy that is doing the bids. And it's going to be an actual calendar where I can choose a day and time. So we just say the 9th. I could do 9 a.m. or 12 p.m. And I'll go through here, and the real difference between this and that form is it's going to be more specific. It's going to be asking people to lock down a time. It's going to ask for whatever information they need. So they have some more specific information here, whether it's their insurance company, deductible, etc. And once you get beyond this, I'm locked in on a time there. I'm way more likely to engage beyond this point. And I'm going to automatically get a response back on this from the software on the back end, and reminders before if I need to be there for them to do the bid. Probably this company will also maybe reach out on the phone in the interim. I also notice here they have a client portal login to where people could log in, pay bills, see their appointment history, upload documents, etc. Anyways, I think I accomplished what I wanted to on this video to show you what people are really looking for when we're talking about engagement online. It can look a lot like a lot of different things, but some of the stuff is better than others, and I wanted to highlight those differences and how Google tends to reward those that are doing it a little bit better. All right, have a good one. Bye.